The Ferguson Report. The Ferguson Report, from December 22nd, 2019 to January 4th, 2020.
Aries.
A brand new career beginning unfolds, or has already begun. The result of your efforts and planning start to flourish for the long term. The goals you've always longed to reach happen suddenly or by strange luck, so it seems. What you do is steadily work at tasks independently with neither interference nor interruption. The opportunity then presents itself because you're actively promoting a ready-made image all your own. Loved ones can use the little rest from your constantly avid personality. Tune into their level of affection that a partner needs and would like in private moments. Your income is likely to increase in an offbeat kind of way. Treat every meeting as the next big opportunity. Travel is a huge theme. You long to take that long-distance trek that you finally saved enough money and time for. This can also apply to the writing of your first book or making a foreign film and a publishing and distribution deal. The big problem? Being independent no longer works. Cooperation requires being diplomatic, something you have to work at mastering. Although your strong stamina enables you to work at perfecting yourself. Learning new skills in just about any subject will take you in a new direction. If you've always wanted to broadcast a show, the local TV or radio station in your area, or at least in major cities, offer program certification. For more independent souls, set up a small studio in your own space, podcast a show, and help others to learn what you have to offer in the quickest way possible. On another note, career progress runs into more obstacles when you have to involve others. They only serve to point out your own limitations and the narrow focus you need to invest in to improve these areas for your own development.
Taurus.
There may be several indications that it is time to go back to school. However, just like having a good reason to board a plane, you also need a good reason to spend tens of thousands of dollars on a college investment. Your sign knows the real world like no other. Any motivation for higher education must be for a specific purpose. Those areas include business management, accounting, finance, retail banking, restaurant management, museum curation, or art direction. Your visually grounded mindset follows a methodical order. With organization and planning, you are a manager who neglects nothing. Passionate but conflicted, your relationships of any kind bring out competitiveness in you and may seem threatening to others who react to you in a not so pleasant way, or on the contrary, you could be provoked by them. Fight for what means most to you, but be diplomatic when dealing with others over things you could care less about. Always look before you leap and then react. A very unconventional and coincidental trip may happen as a result of past actions you take that puts you in the center of the attention. The major requirement to cause this event? Get as far away from your comfort zone as possible. People will see your flexibility as readiness for something brand new. Even if many people from other countries come to your own backyard, you'll still be learning what the faraway yonder is. Change for you is not comfortable at all. Rather than remain stuck in ingrained habit patterns, the time is right for learning all there is to know about psychological change, and that requires putting new ideas to work for you. Sell something and, of course, earn the maximum profit. Buy something and it will be sure to last a long time. You get the most value out of everything you buy. This is all true because it's really about going out on a limb, yet tending to important details, such as the fine print in contract and your own instincts, which normally get smothered by a great deal of common sense that keeps you in the same place.
Gemini.
Change, oh change, is finally here. And make no mistake, it's going to happen. You're taking the initiative through others with shared experiences, joint finances, new investments, properties, psychological breakthroughs, and even profound sexual healing that can be yours. Your challenge? Take your very thoughts, emotions, and actions and invest them into partnerships. When you start a sentence, speak up the other into the conversation. This is the basis for your good fortune. Even more so for you, there will be a flurry of mental activity. This whirlwind of a social time also involves your associates who care for you and, in addition to partnerships, bring you great fortune through their links to important people. Keep a strong bond with a particular close friend. They help in ways you couldn't even imagine. They're indispensable in times of crisis. Friends could also lead you to drink less, curse words, get a decent amount of sleep, and basically be your muzzle when you show your good face to those who help you professionally. Keep social stimulation and excitability under wraps through this phase of change. It's not that your multiplicitous mind ever gets overwhelmed. It's the other who might threaten to go elsewhere when he or she feels neglected. Serious issues around loss push your quest for knowledge. You'll want to learn all there is to know about the finality of life. An older relative or one in a facility might need an astute family member like you to tend to paperwork details and other life issues requiring the mental patience and courage to handle them.
Cancer.
Marriage and partnership are give and take, as the phrase goes. You give a lot, so be prepared to receive some serious reciprocation as a result of your caring nature. A strong, willful significant other, business partner, or friend is the source of this. Your loyalty runs deep, and they've appreciated this, but might never have expressed such gratitude in the greatest way that is owed to you right now. Your popularity shoots through the roof. Talk to each person you meet as if meeting a true new friend. However, never disregard your strong intuition to know who to invite in. In this way, people won't see you as superficial because, after a while, you discover that new friends come with new issues and more emotional work for you that you don't need unless these people can help you in turn. A mate matched to your strong fidelity and faith in partnerships keep you happy and invested in it for the long term. You're grateful for having a solid union, even though partners may be overbearing in their requests. Still, you persist in patience, knowing that the tide will turn, bestowing peace and harmony once again. Ironically, partners are your source of good fortune. They know just the right thing to do to solve problems. Although they may want you to aim higher in choosing your friends and associates, they do see the reason for choosing them. A life-changing chance to hold a great position, offering status and more income for both your benefit. Now, ain't love grand? So you think you had intuition before. This mental ride you're experiencing now keeps you entertained like never before. The friends you have promote openness, and that is all you have to be, open. A flood of new discovery gives you the chance opportunity to do what you've always wanted to professionally. The mind will always psychosomatically affect the body. Expect a very healthy constitution from an abundant outlook.
Leo.
The regal sign deserving of the throne is humbly prepared for service and happy to oblige. You're very satisfied to be useful to people, especially where it matters most. What you will not do, however, is settle into just a job serving people without purpose. You must have a specific professional calling that inspires you to show up each day in the name of helping those in need. Be careful to avoid this very scenario as, nowadays, managerial staff is keen on cutting budgets and costs. placing the king or queen in a subservient position and not honoring a valued employee who's really running the show. Then one day, when they are not paying attention, you will be the competition company receiving all the contracts because you put others first and remember to value yourself at the same time. With employers streamlining their expenses, expect this treatment to go on for a slow but necessary period of time to prove how much you are valued by coworkers and clients. Say goodbye to any social life of your own or extra money-making side businesses. Upper management could care less about your happiness, and you know it. But if you refuse to answer to this nagging problem, it will double its efforts to make you, up to even terminating your employment. You could feel as if you've been set up to fail at your job, but you know deep inside that you never needed it. And you can do better. Fate makes these decisions for you when you don't. So drop any connections who work against your truest desires. Use your strong physical energies to change your own station in life, for that is what you are completely capable of doing. You may even be holding yourself back from a real one-to-one partnership in business or otherwise that can catapult your interest to the level where it should be, especially when you're always willing to compromise as the diplomatic peacemaker.
Virgo.
The place where love would not go to find you. It moves mountains, travels to the ends of the earth, parts the Red Sea, and confronts nearly all of life's obstacles to bring you that feeling making you come alive. Well, this time is like no other. If there are no love prospects banging down your door, then your commitment to projects showing an expression of your creativity is just as life-affirming. Fun is your game, and all you have to bring to the party is yourself. A triple threat of generosity, self-confidence, and sudden action puts your interest to anywhere on the globe. You can literally be anywhere at the drop of a hat. A few hours of sleep in between travel periods gives you the energy and mental stimulation leading to the inspiration for artistic work. And then you dream while on a short nap break to use them in even better creative projects. The dream is the reality because you know how to use these visions in your mind. It's safe to say that you're done with casual relationships. You're deciding that it's time for commitment. Anyone seeking your attention is to show serious intentions. Life's too short for you to be an individual forever. You know what it's like to do everything all by yourself. Now's the time for togetherness, but for the same purpose, solidified in union. On the other hand, you are wary, at first, of giving up your independence wholeheartedly. You do have standards of the type of person that you'll make a commitment to. If and when you find out later that your partner is a loud snorer who keeps you up at all hours of the night, this new condition added to your insomnia will surely break you. Try an unorthodox living arrangement, such as 2 separate rooms or keeping assignations from your own apartments. This way, you can both compromise and have your own needs met without an issue. Work should never feel like a chore. Find ways to enjoy what you do. Ask for whatever it is you want, and it could be yours. If there is a time for speaking to managers about training for a new position, then that time is now. With your eye and focus on that thing you love to do professionally, don't be surprised if you find yourself loving every minute in your new role.
Libra.
Everyone's favorite socialite is learning the importance of a home base. Tough love for the velvet glove. The iron fist has been clearing house over a slow, decade-long process. Some obstacles have blocked progress. However, the lucky year beginning cycle in your home sector blends all that you've learned about your living arrangements with new and improved upgrades. Want that new condo? Apply and you see how easy it is to move in the next day. Ever wanted an amazing mortgage rate? See your local banker. Of course, as with any arrangement, you'll have to bring along a trusted partner to solidify the deal. For your motto is harmony always works in twos. Regardless of great challenges that you have endured in the recent past, the home, through its residents, your family, your ancestors, foundation, and birthplace, serves as the target area up for redevelopment. Choose to clean it out, or one of these aforementioned agents will help you, but it won't be in the way you want. So be willing and get to work. Idealize partners less, as you are seeing them as you wish rather than who they really are, and causing the false belief that you live with a perfect god/goddess. Needless to say, the same cleaning pattern takes over, making it a longer and tougher process unless you deal with loved ones in reality. You cannot afford to save someone, nor hope they should save you. Each of you has a defined mission as an individual to be fact-checked and signed by, you guessed it, reality. Art and imagination lift you and those you love to new dimensions. It is in this way you can express your most intangible dream made beautiful in some tangible form. Take an art course in your spare time, which will lead to a very bright idea. Concepts that you long to relearn but thought the time was long gone for now reveal themselves as new and improved tools to express a higher form of love to loved ones rather than just trying to save them. The reasons why you're doing this click into place. An art gallery exhibition, some wine, music, and a crowd of admirers in social bliss, doting on your creations. They love all of you, with no insecurities lingering around anymore.
Scorpio.
You're a natural loner, so first things first, you have no problems deciding that a relationship is not benefiting you. With a candor and an eagerness to express your thoughts with no apology, you make it very easy for others to hear you and accept the truth. And it's final, a no turning back point as to what you think and say have permanent implications. You do not take back what you say to people, and this requires moments in contemplation to really think long and hard about your decisions, many of which are correct. It may not help your popularity much in groups, but integrity has nothing to do with trying to fit in. This you would rather not do. Own the fearless courage that is yours to confront and create the environment in which you find yourself. Strength of will is tougher than a gym workout. Saying no requires the conviction to mean what you say and stick to your decisions backed by valid reason. As long as you have freedom in personal relationships, these thrive on mutual respect. However, this has rarely been the case. Now's the time to verbalize with an abundance of skill, the twist of a sentence, or the use of the right word to change all of that. That's right, a single word can affect what happens next, and that is a lot of power in your hands. Toastmasters, Mensa, game stores like The Complete Strategist, and other named groups of interest serve your thirst for both verbal skill and development. Through your own need to be free, you may discover that someone else is just as freedom-loving and loves having you around them. Your magnetism is both captivating and yet impersonal for the moment. It takes the right mental match to make it anywhere near the beginning stages of dating you. We'll just call it studying, because naturally, this is what you're doing to anyone who dares to enter your web of entrapment/eternal desire.
Sagittarius.
Got some personal income problem? Not anymore. Receive raises or some economic perks without even asking for them. When you need something, you usually take some bold action to get it. Now you can simply sit back and let your natural happy-go-lucky personality attract all the goodness coming your way. There are far too many suffering from lack of resources for you to be unappreciative of such gifts. This is why you do not take this time lightly, and what you have, you always love to share. Allow your mind to guide all of your decisions with clear logic. Express any ideas with clarity and the best intention. Late nights out and excessive food and drink cause you to show up late for work or affect relationships. Realize that the connections to receiving pay raises and job approvals when you are not on time. Be more respectful of people's time. You're a natural teacher. You love sharing content with children and young adults. It's easy for you to learn a great deal of new information in a short amount of time. People get it when you explain it to them. Show them how to speed read by finding the most important parts of each paragraph and discarding the rest. It's an age-old formula that has worked for you. Continue to engage in exercise routines, a necessary component of your physical fitness. Even the spiritual disciplines help you burn off excess energy, be it emotional, mental, or physical. Hot yoga, steam rooms, saunas, meditation groups, and a good old massage moves stagnant energy in your body for your personal liberation. Living near a body of water can lift your spirits. Relax.
Capricorn.
This is your moment, Capricorn. You get to decide what you want in your life. Fate will cut all the extra stuff and force it away. It sounds extreme, but life is about happiness. You can have the very best. All you have to know is what specifically do you want for yourself. Money? It's far too cliche. The start or progression of your own business? Okay, but is that truly a reflection of you? Start by writing down each and every aspect of what your business entails. These kinds of specifics relevant to yourself reflecting the progressive, lucky energy grounds you right now for the future. Keep pruning the details and build your bigger picture. Here is the chance to take breaks incorporating fun with work. Take your children to work and show them how to earn their own money and save for the family trip you're taking in a few months. By doing this, you show them that paying their own way will earn them a position of responsibility and respect for both themselves and others. This is truly your value system. You hold people who act the same in high regard. It is the model you want your employees, friends, and yes, your children, or creative projects too, to live by. There is nothing more valued than a well-earned dollar, independent and self-made. There's a huge emphasis on self-promotion and managing your own business. Naturally ambitious, you will want to step out into the limelight and show others your accomplishments so far. This is no time to work for others, but particularly for self-employment, as no one will do for you exactly the way you want your interests to go.
Aquarius.
Your debut as a creative artist is here. Will you take the chance to develop your skill in a specialized area or learn with a broad focus? Areas like photography, filmmaking, and/or acting motivate your creative spirit. Capture images that people recognize as that beautiful shot. You could be noticed for an art form of a different order. Where others see enforced imprisonment, you are happiest working in privacy away from the limelight. In this way, you can build self-confidence to prove to yourself that you've made good choices. You need to have a studio space in your own home to free you from an office. This serves as a protective shield from energies that are not yours and that you are not responsible for, as in taking on those working in a large, crowded job setting. Use your creativity in whichever way you desire to express deeply hidden pain, grief, or a side of the human condition society refuses to face, such as homelessness. We're all responsible for allowing a man to freeze to death in the dead of winter because we don't take a moment to stop, give, and care. This should give you the visual you need to start the process. Shoot the photo, take the proceeds from its sale, and campaign with political candidates to get that man a warm place to live. Good looks put you in all the right places with the right people. Rather than spend the weekend finishing up in your solitude lab, take a break. Introduce yourself to those new faces at the meditation group meeting. Invite others to go to other spiritual hangouts. Get a group reading to see who fits where. These certainly make for long-term conversation pieces and the meeting ground for new friendships. Guard your independence like never before. Something in you needs more time to concentrate on goals. Be sure to socialize when all work is said and done.
Pisces.
The company you keep determines your life. Like the saying goes, birds of a feather flock together. But if you don't appreciate being left out of the group, then change the group. When a friend informs you that other mutual friends are making you the secret topic of discussion, it's time to meet new ones. And the new ones are something spectacular. Regardless of whether or not you actively seek these, they will be glaring at you from an open magazine or an event in a social lounge. There will be far too many options when meeting new and interesting people. Look for the exciting ones, but pay close attention to the seemingly disinterested ones in the corner dying to know your name, but have less confidence to speak first. Those are your people, and they're quite knowledgeable. Right now, the word crazy applies to a mass merging of everything and everyone at any time, anywhere. A bowl of soup with tires, furniture, and glue is not pleasant, but an experimental music period known as jazz is just like that. The blending of all. So no more searching and no more fear. Souls are aligned to mesh forward, and that in itself is your identity. You break down boundaries to put people together without judgment. Find ways to continue this altruism at no financial cost to you, as you can be a soft touch with your cash. Take a friend who has been shut in to a performance or some event that you know they will love you for. You'll do this for the sake of giving only, yet your friends will show you how special you really are by inviting you to an invitation-only event where you meet one or several individuals tailor-made for your life. Destiny has a strange way of knocking on doors or using people you know to lead you to it. Your favorite group nominates you to lead in a position. This requires more responsibility than you've ever had, but you need to decide if the great perks are worth the work. I think you'd better say yes